Yeah, good day, guys. So let me quickly teach you this strategy. The parabolic is not needed here. So this is a live account that is running. Can you see that now? Profit is on $5 already. So what is going to happen with this particular strategy and how to use it? Here is the setup. We have Bollinger bound, 50 period deviation 1000, shift 0, apply to close, start to pixel. Then you go to levels. You see 1.1, 1.12, 1.13, 4, 1.15, 1.16, 1.17, 1.18. These zeros are not needed, the other zeros. So you go to minus 1.1, minus 1.2, minus 1.3 to minus 1.8. Do you get it now? So these are what are needed here. This, I think I have other three. So this is the setup now. Bollinger bound 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8. Then you go to minus 1.1, minus 1.2, minus 1.3, minus 1.4, minus 1.5, minus 1.6, minus 1.7, minus 1.8. So that is that. Then you go to the second, you click done when you are done. Okay, so you go to second Bollinger bound. You see 50 period deviation 2000, shift 0, apply to close, style 2 pixel, no levels here. Do you get it now? Then you click done. When you are done, this is what you're going to have on your screen. Do you get that? This is what you're going to have on your screen. Then you go to stochastic oscillator. Here are the setup. You have 60, 1, close, feed price is closed and close. The method exponential, use any color you like and your pixel. Then you have this on the levels. You can use 90, 10, and 50, but I put everything. I put 20, 80 at the overbought, oversold zone. Then when you are done, you go back and you click done. Then you either use moving average 20 on the stochastic oscillator, 20 period, shift 0, method exponential, apply to close, style 1 pixel, no levels are needed. When you are done, you click done, or you use 10. You have a 10 on it. Period 10, shift 0, exponential close, pixel color that you want. Then you click done when you are done. So how do you use this particular strategy? You see that we have like 5 zoom levels, isn't it? But what are we going to use? Maximum level, you zoom in. Lowest minimum, zoom in. Zoom inside. Do you get it now? Then you have something like this. When the candlestick are not that visible, this is what we're going to be using. So how do you use this strategy? You see that the market is already moving at the top here, inside this boundary. Inside this boundary, do you get it now? So that is when moving average 10 or 20 will reach the peak here. Can you see now? And it is turning already. It's taking a U-turn. So when do you take this entry? When this stochastic line show below or crosses over either the moving average 10 or the moving average 20, that is when you're going to take your entry. By that time, the candlestick would have closed outside this boundary here. Can you see that? It would have closed outside the boundary. When it closes outside the boundary, take your shot. Do you get it now? You take your entry. You take your entry. This strategy also works for all the assets like that. And when are you going to exit? When the stochastic line hits 50 or hits 20, that is when you're going to pull out of this market. It is best used on a M30. Can you see that? M15, M5, or let me say higher time frame generally. Higher time frame, we are here to have it on 1H1, which is 1 hour time frame. So you can use it, stay on 15 minutes, 30 minutes. You can as well stay on 5 minutes time frame. Do you get it now? So you take your entry when there's a crossover at the 90 zone, and that time the candlestick will close it outside this boundary line. And if it is a sell, it is the same thing. Let's look for a perfect sell here. This is it. Can you see it here now? And this is 15 minutes time frame. So you see that crossover, the candlestick will close it outside, and the market boom will hit 90 with the stochastic line, or when it touches the second boundary here. That means from here, point A to point B. So we are waiting for that to happen here. That means the market will still hit this particular line. So when it hits here, we leave the market, or when the stochastic line hit 90, 20, 10 zone. Do you get it now? That is how the strategy works. And this is on step period as an example. And it is the same thing on volatility 75, volatility 50, 25, and 10. Do you get it now? So we're having a pullback already. I'm still going to remain in that trade until this hit 10 and hit this particular zone. That is when I'm going to exit this particular market. If you go to 1 minute time frame, you can be having a fake entry with that particular something. Although sometimes you might be lucky, but it is best you stay on V, on a M5, M15, or M30. If you pick it on M5, you see that the market picked it from here and hit the third or the second build up here of the Bollinger band. So that is how the strategy works. That is how the strategy works. So stick to the rules of the strategy. Test it on your demo account.